Hi there, welcome back to Let's Cook with Michelle. Today I'm going to make a Philly cheesesteak meatloaf. I've made one in the past, but I was talking with my son and we kind of came up with a contraption ourselves with a different sauce, and I'm kind of just doing some different things. So here's what I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to saute up some veggies that I'm going to put into my meatloaf. So all of these things you're seeing is what I'm going to be putting into my meatloaf. I'm making a big batch today, so keep that in mind. I'm wanting leftovers, and I'm thinking about possibly sharing with some others. So I have 4 pounds of ground beef, and you can switch these ingredients to things that you like, but this is things that I like that I thought sounded really good in this. I have 2 bags of shredded pepper jack cheese. I plan on putting those in the meatloaf. And then I have mozzarella cheese sticks. I plan on putting these into the meatloaf in between the layers. I'm going to put some ground beef down, then I'm going to put some cheese, and then more ground beef. And this pepper jack is going to go in the mix, and this cheese is going to go in between the layers. Inside the meatloaf, I am also going to add this Lipton beefy onion. That's going to go inside the mix. And Worcestershire, I like to say Worcestershire, that's going to go in the mix. So lots of different things to try to give it some flavor. So I will move this over here. So just bringing this up to temp. I'm going to saute up some veggies. You could do green pepper. I know a lot of times when you have Philly cheesesteak, you think green pepper. We don't really care for green pepper here, so I'm just swapping out red pepper. And you could also add some actual raw onion to saute, but I am doing onion powder, just because some people don't like the actual onion chunks in my family. So onion powder it is. So let's go ahead and put down some oil. This is my extra virgin olive oil. Just going to kind of bring that up to temp a little bit, and then we'll start sauteing some things. Okay, so this is up to temp, so I'm going to go ahead and add in my different ingredients. Garlic. You can obviously chop up some fresh cloves, but this is one of my cheats. I just like using these jars of the minced garlic. I'm a cheat, I guess, when it comes to this. So if you like doing the fresh cloves, you do you, boo. I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. I'm thinking this looks like, I'm not a measurer, you know this if you watch my channel. I'm guessing this is maybe 2 tablespoons. There's not much left in here, so I'm just taking what's left. Turn this down to medium. I don't want to burn my garlic. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in my mushrooms. Used a fun little chopper that we had, that long rectangle one that that's what we use. I like these fun little uniform pieces when I'm cooking. It's just fun. If you have time, it's nice. Okay, just going to saute this around a little bit. You're going to hear my 3-year-old in the background. She's watching her show, but she lives here. You're going to hear her. Okay. Let's add in some seasoning, some pepper. You know what, I think I might add in a little bit of red pepper flakes. Give her a little bit of heat. I don't want to do too much because I want everyone to eat this, but this is going into 4 pounds of meatloaf, so keep in mind that These ingredients are going to stretch. All right, onion powder, crucial. Garlic powder. Did I use the minced garlic and the garlic powder? Sure did. All right. And I plan on splitting this into probably 2 pans when I make it, because 4 pounds, it's going to take a long time to cook. So I think I'm going to try splitting it into 2 2-pound loaves. Okay. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of butter. And this, like I said, is going to be baked too, so these don't have to be completely cooked through. So I'm going to add in a couple tabs of butter here, probably about half the stick. Yeah, about half the stick. Tweak this as you need to, but I do not measure, friends. I do not measure. My daughter's just going to babble through this whole thing. I hope that you take the time to subscribe to my channel. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. All of my full videos are always on Facebook and YouTube. If you would share my page with your friends, I would really appreciate it. Trying to gain some subscribers and get my content out there. I've been doing this for a little bit over a year. It's something I really enjoy, and so I just want to share it with other people. Alright, I'm just going to give this another minute or so, and then we'll start mixing in everything. Okay, I'm going to turn this off when I find it. There. Alright. So we're going to start making our meatloaf mix. So I have 4 pounds of ground beef, so I'm going to grab 4 eggs. Luckily, I had 4 regular eggs. We have quail, and so we use quail eggs pretty much all the time now, but I had some regular eggs so I could just get through this quicker. Okay, I've got my 4 eggs in here. Now I am going to put in some Worcestershire. Measuring? Okay, I'm going to put in some more garlic powder. Keep in mind, this is going in 4 pounds of ground beef, so it looks like I'm going crazy, but this is 4 pounds of ground beef. Alright, now down to the onion powder. Pepper. Now notice I'm not adding salt. That is because we're adding this. This has a good amount of salt in it, so I don't want to go crazy and double up and have it be really salty. So we're not adding salt to this, just this. All right, so we've got the pepper. I have these cute little caddies in my showcase. Check them out. They're really cheap, super cute, different colors. Okay, let's do this. So I have the Lipton Beefy Onion Soup and Dip Mix. And it says on here to use 1 pound per, one packet per, can't talk today, 1 packet for 2 pounds of ground beef. So we're going to be using 2 of these today. I figure we'll get all of these ingredients here and in here. We'll mix them all together and then add the ground beef in so that it all gets mixed together well. All right, got those. Give this a little mixy mix with my spoon. Okay. Now I'm going to add in the ground beef and the shredded cheese. Now let's get this in here first. Once we get this meatloaf thrown into the oven, we're going to make our cheese sauce together. All right, so here is the mix with everything but the shredded cheese and the ground beef. Now I'm taking my watch off because I'm going to have to go in and mix this with my hands. So no jewelry, no rings. You don't want rings on doing this because you have to go in with your hands. For reference, I believe this is an 80% ground beef to have a little bit of fat in it. Okay, I'm gonna have to go in and give this a good mix with my hands, and then I will add in, may as well just add the cheese in now. May as well splash myself. Wouldn't be a day on my channel if I didn't splash myself or blow some food on my face. All right, 2 bags of shredded pepper jack. I did this to add a little bit of kick to it. So 2 8-ounce bags. All right, now I'm gonna give this a good mix, and then we'll get it split up into pans. Okay, milk. I am going to add in about 1/2 cup per pound. So 2 cups for the 4 pounds. Okay, so I have the meatloaf here. I had to pause to unwrap all of my cheese for inside. So let's give this a mix. This smells really good. You can smell the peppers and the onions and the seasoning blend. Oh my God, production. You're so annoying. Okay, so I can smell the onions and the peppers. It smells really good. Super excited to try this, but I did elect to go with 4 1-pound loaf pans so that this would cook quicker. I know the kids are going to be coming up here complaining that they're hungry. It's going to be a really late lunch, so I'm just going to go ahead and make them cook quicker and do them in 1-pound loaves instead of 2-pound pan. So just got to get this mixed. It's kind of a smaller bowl than I need, but we'll get to the bottom. I tell production all the time to stop with his damn ice. You hear the ice? I'm sure you hear it in all the videos. Him and his ice. Okay, I think I'm done mixing. It looks like this. I'm gonna go ahead and split this up into my 4 pans. And I need to remember I'm gonna put half of the mix in each pan so that I can put cheese down before the other half. All right, I lightly sprayed these. All right, I'm gonna put some of the mix in each of my pans. Get out. This way. Okay. This is gonna be nice and gooey. And last time I made a Philly cheesesteak meatloaf, I did kind of a ketchup-y barbecue sauce on top. Okay, now we do the rest of the meat mixture. I'm gonna pop them in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes and then we'll check the temp. Okay, so I've got about 15 minutes left on my meatloaf, so let's go ahead and start our cheese sauce for on top of the meatloaf. I'm gonna start with a stick of butter. Let that go ahead and melt. Gonna sprinkle in a couple tablespoons. Whisk it up, see what consistency I get here. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit more flour in. Tighten this up just a little bit. All right, we're gonna start adding a little bit of milk. You want to add it a little bit at a time so you don't end up with a really runny sauce. Okay, I've got some milk in here. Now I'm going to start adding in some of my cheese. This is Velveeta Queso white cheese. You can switch this up and use a different cheese if you want. I prefer white cheese over yellow cheeses. This is a nice, easy way to get a creamy, cheesy sauce. We'll just let this melt down for a little bit and then I will check back. All right, so this is all melted. Turn this down. I'm gonna start tasting this. I've got some green chilies I wanna add to it too, so let's do that. And I left the juice in here on purpose to add a little bit more flavor. Green chilies don't add spice, they just add flavor. I want this to be nice and thick though because we're going to drizzle this over the top of our meatloaf. So I don't want this to be really runny. But I want to get these green chilies in here. And okay, my cheese sauce is done and my meatloaf has beeped, so let's take it out and see how it looks. I looked at it earlier and it was bubbling with cheese on top, so let's pull it out, see how it looks. Okay, let's take a piece. I want this end one. This looks really cheesy. Oh my gosh, it's just gooey with cheese. Okay, this came out looking damn good. I'm super excited to try this. Look at it. Look at this concoction. I'm so proud. It looks so good. All right, let's test it. So, I want to try this meatloaf. Look at it. Came out perfect. An hour, 350. I want to get a bite with this cheese. Here we go. The cheese. It's piping hot. I'm probably going to burn myself, but it looks so good. Gooey and cheesy. You could add some jalapenos in here if you wanted to give it some kick. You can taste the peppers, the cheeses, all the different gooey cheeses in here. The cheese sauce on there with the green chilies. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure you check this one out. This one's a good one. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. And like I said, all of my full videos are always on YouTube and Facebook. Have a good day. This one's mine.